Okay, I'm going to teach you limits. First, limits na enna அப்படினு பார்க்கலாம். ஒரு graph இருக்கு. இந்த graph பேர் ஒரு function. It's a quadratic function இருக்கலாம், linear function இருக்கலாம், cubical function இருக்கலாம், இந்த function. இதுல இது ஒரு x value. இது வந்து y value. இந்த graph இருக்குல்ல, இந்த graphல whether you're coming to this point x from the left or from the right, you end up meeting at the same point. That's what is called limits. Okay, when there's a graph, you come from the left of the function, you come from the right of the function, you still meet at the same point, you get the same y value. That's what is called limits. You'll understand what is it left, right and all that later. For now, let's proceed with the sum. So there's a sum number, exercise 13.1. Okay, that's very very simple. You have to ask yourself certain questions, such as நான் எப்படி கேட்குறேன்னு பாரு. Limit of x plus 3 x tends to 3. x வந்து 3 மாறுது அப்படின்னா டினாமினேட்டர் இருக்கா? இந்த சம்முக்கு டினாமினேட்டர் இருக்கா? டினாமினேட்டர் இல்லை. there is no denominator. So therefore direct substitution. There is no denominator. There is no denominator. Therefore direct substitution. Put x as 3. 3 plus 3 is 6 and 6 is the limit. So let's go to next sum. Second sum. Limit of x minus 22 by 7 x tends to pi. Can you see that there is no denominator? There is no denominator in the sum. So direct substitution for x. What is x? X is pi minus 22 by 7. So just leave it like that. Let's go to next sum. Limit of pi r square. Limit r tends to 1. Is there a denominator here? Denominator is not there. So direct substitution where r is equal to 1. So pi is the answer. So let's go to fourth question. A limit of 4x plus 3 by x minus 2. Limit x tends to 4. This denominator there. So far there was no denominator. But now there is denominator. But is the denominator becoming 0? No. Denominator is not becoming 0. So direct substitution. If the denominator does not become 0 also, direct substitution. 16 plus 3 by 4 minus 2 is 19 by 2. So you must ask yourself these questions, okay? Fifth question. Is x to the power 10 plus x to the power 5 plus 1 by x minus 1. Limit x tends to minus 1. X tends to minus 1, correct? So if you see, is the denominator? Yes. Is it becoming 0 if you put minus 1? Denominator is not becoming 0. Minus 1 is minus 2. It's not becoming 0. So direct substitution. So minus 1 the whole to the power 10 is 1. Minus 1 the whole to the power 5 is minus 1 plus 1. By minus 1, 1 and minus 1 get cancelled. 1 by minus 2 is minus 1 by 2. So let's go to sixth question. Limit of sixth question. X tends to 0. X plus 1 the whole to the power 5 minus 1 by x. Can you see, is there a denominator? Yes. Is the denominator becoming 0? Yes, it is first time the denominator is becoming 0. So therefore you need to use a trick. What is the trick to do the sum? You have to check if this is the form x to the power n minus a to the power n by x minus a, limit x tends to a, then the answer will be n into a to the power n minus 1. This is the trick number 1. X to the power n minus a to the power n by x minus a, limit x tends to a. Denominator is becoming 0 if you substitute a. Yeah? In that case, the format answer is n into a to the power n minus 1. How is this sum, this trick? You can write this sum as limit of x plus 1 the whole to the power 5 minus 1 to the power 5. So that it's x to the power n minus a to the power n mariye irukku. Correct? By now close this 5. There's an x down, just close this 5 in hand. By finger, just close the 5. It will be add 1 and subtract 1. You can add and subtract 1, right? There's no difference, mix. So it becomes in this format. Where in the place of x you have x plus 1. In the place of a you have 1. In the place x you have x plus 1. In the place of a you have 1. So answer is 5 into 1 to the power 5 minus 1. N into a to the power n minus 1. So answer itself is 5. Are you getting clearer? What is that issue? X plus 1 the whole to the power 5 minus 1 ன்னு கொடுத்தாலே 1 to the power 5. அப்புறம் கையால இந்த 5 மறைச்சிட்டு கீழே x தான் இருக்கு. Plus 1 minus 1. So that it's in the form x to the power n minus a to the power n by x minus a. Where in the place of x you have x plus 1. The place of a you have 1. The answer is 1 n into a to the power n minus 1, which is 5 into 1 to the power 5 minus 1. 1 to the power number can be ignored. The answer is just 5. Are you clear? That's trick number 1. Let's go to 7th question. A limit of a 3x square minus x minus 10 by x square minus 4 extends to 2. Is that denominator? Yes. Is it becoming 0? Yes. What is the trick? The trick is to factorize it. Next trick, trick number 2 is to factorize it. Trick number 1 is to see if it is in this format. Okay, how to factorize it? You know, this denominator is x plus 2 into x minus 2, and a 3x square minus x plus minus 10 is 10 3s are 30, which gets split up as 6 5s are 30. A 3x square minus 6x plus 5x minus 10. So 3x into x minus 2 plus 5 into x minus 2, a 3x plus 5 into x minus 2. So then they can write it as 3x plus 5 into x minus 2. So x minus 2 get cancelled. Now if you put limit x tends to 2, denominator is not becoming 0, direct substitution. So 3 into 2 is 6 plus 5 by 2 plus 2 is 4. So 11 by 4 is your answer. Are you clear? You are bringing it into a format where the denominator is not becoming 0 by factorizing it. Are you clear? Can I go to next sum? So 8th question is limit of x tends to 3. X to the power 4 by minus 3 to the power 4, 81. 81 can be written as 3 to the power 4 by a 2x square minus 5x minus 3. Is the denominator becoming 0? Yes. Denominator is there. Yes, it is becoming 0. So what is the trick? Factorize. Trick is to factorize. Okay, how to factorize? The 2x square minus 5x minus 3 is 3 2s are 6, a 6 1s are 6, a 2x square minus 6x minus 1x minus 3, a 2x into x minus 3 plus 1 minus 1 into x. It's not coming, so you have to use something else. 3 2s are 6, 3 2s are 6, a 2x square minus 3x minus 2x minus 3. Will it come? No, this also will not come. 2x square minus 5x minus 3. You have to factorize this, right? Is the denominator becoming 0? 9 to 18, yes, it's becoming 0. So therefore you have to factorize it. Let's factorize this. Help me in factorizing now. 3 2s are 6, 6 1s are 6, a 2x square minus 6x, baby, I made a mistake, plus 1x minus 3. Why didn't you notice that? So it's 2x into x minus 3 plus 1 into x minus 3, a 2x plus 1 into x minus 3. So this will become x square plus 3 square into x square minus 3 square, a plus b into a minus b, by a 2x plus 1 into x minus 3. Then this can be written as x plus 1, x plus 3 into x minus 3 again. X square plus 3 square into x plus 3 into x minus 3 by, yeah, 2x plus 1 into x minus 3. So x minus 3 get cancelled. Limit x tends to 3. Put 3 here. Direct substitution, because denominator is not becoming 0. So 3 3s are 9 plus 3 3s are 9, 9 2s are 18, right? 18 into 3 plus 3 is 6. By 3 2s are 6, 6 plus 1 is 7. 8 6 are 48, 6 1 is 6, 108 by 7. Like this you should do. Can I go to next sum? So far the 8th, 9th sum. Limit of ax plus b by a cx plus 1. Limit x tends to 0. Can you put x? Denominator is there. But is it becoming 0 if you put x as 0? No. So a into 0 plus b by c into 0 plus 1. So answer is B. So let's go to 10th question. A limit of z to the power 1 by 3 minus 1. When you see 1, no, write it as 1 by to the power 1 by 3. Because we can use the trick. By z to the power 1 by 6 minus 1 to the power 1 by 6. Now to get here z tends to 1. To get it in the form, the trick is x to the power n minus a to the power n by x minus a will be n into a to the power n minus 1. Correct? This is a trick. For which the power you should close. When you close the power, you will get z minus 1 down. When you close this power, you will get another z minus 1. Which is like multiplying and dividing by z minus 1. If you multiply and divide, it's okay, no? So multiplying the numerator, dividing the numerator and the denominator by z minus 1, you got it in this format. So it's n into a to the power n minus 1. So 1 by 3 into 1 to the power 1 by 3 minus 1 by 1 by 6 into 1 to the power 1 by 6 minus 1. 1 to the power any number is cancelled, so answer is 2. So let's go to next question. It's 11th question. Limit of ax square plus bx plus c by cx square plus bx plus a. Limit x tends to 1. Is there a denominator? Is it becoming 0? No, if you put x as 1, it's not becoming 0. It is becoming a plus b plus c. A plus b plus c by a plus b plus c. So answer is 1. X bala 1 pottu paru. Can I go to next sum? 12th sum. Limit of 1 by x plus 1 by 2 by x plus 2. Limit x tends to minus 2. Okay, if you see here, you have to factorize. That's the trick, because denominator is becoming 0. So you take LCM as 2x, it will become 2 plus x, and there's already here 2 plus x, and both of them will get cancelled. Limit x tends to minus 2. Now is the denominator become 0? No. Minus 1 by 4. Substitute x as minus 2, you get the answer. So let's go to 13th question. 13th question is sin of ax by bx. Limit x tends to 0. See, whenever you get a trigonometric function, you should use this property. Sin theta by theta, limit theta tends to 0 is 1. That's the trick. The trick is sin theta by theta, limit theta tends to 0 is 1. Similarly, tan theta by theta, limit theta tends to 0 is also 1. These are the two tricks. You should remember this. So can you see a sin ax? What is theta? Ax is theta. What is angle? Ax. Sin theta by theta iruknom. Adnala you write sin ax by ax into ax. Multiply and divide by ax. So this becomes 1 by a bx. So x and x get cancelled. Answer is a by b. Are you clear? So let's go to 14th question. Limit of x tends to 0. Sin ax by sin bx. Yeah, sin theta by theta again. What is it? Sin theta by theta, limit theta tends to 0 is 1. You know that, right? Can you see sin ax is there? So what should you do? Divide by ax and multiply by ax. By sin bx is there, divide by a bx and multiply by a bx. This is 1, this is 1. X and x get cancelled. Answer is a by b. Limit x tends to 0. Are you clear? So let's go to 15th question. Limit of sin of pi minus x by x into pi into pi minus x. Limit x tends to pi. Can you see sin theta by theta is already there? Correct? But theta tends to 0 but x is tending to pi. Theta, what is theta in this sum? Pi minus x is tending to 0. X will tend to pi only, no? Correct only, no? And sin theta by theta is 1. Therefore, the answer is 1 by pi. Are you clear? So let's go to 16th question. Limit of cos x by pi minus x. X tends to 0. Is there a denominator? Yes. Is it becoming 0? It is not becoming 0. If you put x as 0, it is becoming cos 0 by pi, which is 1 by pi is your answer. Direct substitution. Direct substitution. Are you clear? 17th question. Limit of cos 2x minus 1 by cos x minus 1, x tends to 0. My students knows that 1 minus cos x is 2 sin square x by 2. A 1 plus cos x is 2 cos square x by 2. In trigonometry, I will make them say this again and again. I don't know if you saw the video, trigonometry videos. If you have not seen, I will. This is called clapping formula. In the formula, 12th lena sum se panna mudiyadhu. 1 plus cos x is 2 cos square x by 2. A 1 minus cos x is 2 sin square x by 2. A 1 plus cos x is 2 cos square x by 2. A 1 minus cos x is 2 sin square x by 2. A 1 plus cos x is 2 cos square x by 2. A 1 minus cos x is 2 sin square x by 2. A 1 plus cos x is 2 cos square x by 2. A 1 minus cos x is 2 sin square x by 2. இதை நல்லா மக்கப் பண்ணிக்கணும். பார்த்தா இது அப்படியே ஸ்விட்ச் ஆயிருக்கு. 1 minus cos x போல cos x minus 1 இருக்கு. கரெக்டா? So minus 2 sin square னு போடலாம். Do we have class at 7? No, today no. Okay, one second. I'll just stop the recording. 1 minus cos x is 2 sin square x by 2. It's cos x minus 1, which is minus 2 sin square x by 2. Because it's getting switched, you will have a negative sign, correct? If there is x, there is x by 2. If there is 2x, it will be x. So minus 2 sin square x. If there is 2x, the half angle of it is x. If there is x, the half angle of it is x by 2. So using this formula, I am able to write, using this formula, I am able to write this both. So this limit of x tends to 0. It is minus 2, minus and minus get cancelled. You have a sin square x by sin square x by 2. And you should know that sin square theta by theta square limit theta tends to 0 is also 1. Because sin theta by theta limit theta tends to 0 is 1 means if you square it, it will become sin square theta by theta square. So then sin square x by, what is theta square? X square. So multiply and divide by x square by a sin square x by 2. What is theta square? X square by 4 into x square by 4. This itself is 1, this itself is 1. Yeah? X square get cancelled, answer is 4. Correct? The answer will become 4. Are you clear? Okay, let's go to next sum. It's the 18th question. A limit of ax plus x cos x by a b sin x. X tends to 0. Can you see? X can be taken out common from the numerator. It will become a plus cos x by a b sin x. Limit x tends to 0. Can you see a sin x here? And sin theta by theta, limit theta tends to 0 is 1. So sin x by x varnama. Can you cancel this x and bring it down as 1 by x? So this itself becomes 1. So the sum becomes a plus cos x by b, limit x tends to 0, and you can put x as 0, cos 0 is 1. So a plus 1 by b is your answer. Are you clear? So let's go to next sum. The next sum is the 19th question. Limit of x into secant x, x tends to 0. There is no denominator first of all. Directly if you put x as 0, your answer will be 0. So let's go to next sum, 20th question. Limit of sin of ax plus bx by an ax plus sin bx, where x tending to 0. Denominator is becoming 0, right? So sin theta by theta format you should use, correct? Sin ax is there. So you will multiply and divide by ax. So this becomes 1. Plus bx is, leave it like that. And ax plus sin bx by bx into bx. So this will become 1. So can you take completely ax plus bx by a plus s plus bx is just 1 is the answer. Correct? Everything is getting cancelled, no? Correct? Okay, so let's go to next sum. 21st question. A limit of x tends to 0, a cosecant x minus cot x. You know, cosecant x is 1 by, you might think there is no denominator, can I directly substitute? Do you know that a cosecant 0 is like 1 by sin 0, which itself is infinity. You can't get answer as infinity. Can you get answer as infinity? Therefore, you have to solve it. It's 1 by sin x minus cos x by sin x. LCM itself is sin x and numerator is 1 minus cos x, limit x tends to 0. And 1 minus cos x is 2 sin square x by 2. I just taught you the formula. 2 sin square x by 2. And therefore the sin x can be written as half angle formula. 2 sin x by 2 cos x by 2. You know, sin 2 theta is 2 sin theta cos theta. Okay, so sin theta is 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. Sin x can be written as 2 sin x by 2 cos x by 2. So that the 2 and 2 get cancelled. The sin x by 2 and sin square get cancelled. It will become tan x by 2 with the limit x tending to 0. There is no denominator, tan 0 is 0, so answer is 0. Otherwise you will get answer as infinity and it would have been wrong. Correct? Can I go to 22nd sum? This is the world's most important sum and there is no paper without this sum. It's quite a tricky sum. I'll teach you the sum. If you learn this sum, it's like you're sure that you're going to get marks in this sum in the exam. It's going to come in every paper. The sum is tan 2x by x minus pi by 2. Limit x tends to pi by x tends to pi by 2. This is a question. Can you see denominator is becoming 0? So I am trying to use a tan theta by theta, limit theta tends to 0 is 1, that format. What is here tan 2x, right? So I will write tan 2x and multiply and divide by 2x so that this becomes 1. Still I have a denominator and it is still becoming 0 only. I am not able to change the denominator. In spite of using the trick, I could not convert the denominator for not becoming 0. It is still becoming 0. Therefore, that is the reason the sum is so damn important. And you have to use a trick to do the sum. And what is the trick? The trick is this x-axis and this y-axis. This is pi by 2 on the x-axis. Pi by 2 no point. You are going to come to pi by 2 from the left and pi by 2 from the right. What is the gap between, this is x, the gap between this and this is h. The gap between this and this is h. Supposing you are here, I am here. The gap between you and me is h. Now, h is going on becoming 0. H is approaching 0. As x is approaching pi by 2, the h is approaching 0. So then, can you see what is x? X is this distance, which is pi by 2 minus h. The x itself is pi by 2 minus h, or x is here, which is also pi by 2 plus h. So therefore, you should know that x can be written as a pi by 2 minus h or a pi by 2 plus h. This is for the left hand limit and this is for the right hand limit. Are you clear? Left hand limit la left lane varudha, right hand limit la right lane varudha. So this sum can be solved only by using graph. Only by using graph, no trick here. By using graph. So how to do this? Okay. So you know that I am going to do limit of f of x tending to pi by 2 from the left. If you put minus sign, it means I am coming from the left. If you put limit of f of x tending to pi by 2 from the right, that means positive. So I am going to do any one of it, I am going to come to from the left. And you know that x will not anymore be x will become pi by 2 minus h, correct? So I am going to use the left hand limit. I am going to use the left hand limit where x is not x is going to become pi by 2 minus h. So tan of 2 into pi by 2 minus h by x itself is pi by 2 minus h minus pi by 2 get cancelled. Take the 2 inside. It will become tan of 2 pi by 2, which is pi minus 2h, because I have to take it here also and here also, by a minus h, correct? And you know that this is in the second quadrant and tan pi minus 2h. Second quadrant only sign is positive. All school taught your children. Only sign is positive, but here it is about tan and it's even integral. So it's minus tan 2h by minus h. Correct? Minus minus gets cancelled. You want tan theta by theta. Theta is 2h. So multiply and divide by 2. This itself will be 1. So answer is 2. The one and only way you can get the answer. Where limit h tends to 0. H will always tend, moment you convert the question into h will always have to tend to 0. Are you clear? World's most important sum, you are just using the left hand limit and doing the sum and you are able to get the limit. Are you clear? Yeah, should I do it or you will play it again and listen? That's enough, right? So this is what, till here is what I have taken till 22nd sum, and after this I did the theorem. I didn't do the rest of the sums, I will make it in the next video. From the 23rd till the 32nd sum, I will teach you on Sunday and I will do the recording of it on Sunday. Okay, for now I have to do the theorem part. The theorem part that will come for exam is only this theorem. There are only two theorems which will come. One is the theorem which is x to the power n minus a to the power n by x minus a limit x tends to a. How do you write it as n into a to the power n minus 1? This proof will come. This is a very important proof. Okay, that proof will come and I will tell you where the proof is. That is the theorem 2 here. That's a theorem 2. That is coming for exam. You know, I will teach you a simple way to do this sum. You take the numerator and divide it by the denominator. This is x to the power n, this is x. What should you multiply? X to the power n minus 1 you multiply only, you will get x to the power n. Correct? So when you multiply this and this, it will become x to the power n minus a into x to the power n minus 1. Yes or no? Now you subtract this and add this. This will get cancelled. Now if you see, this will be a into x to the power n minus 1 minus a to the power n. To get this, you have to multiply this with what? Plus a into x to the power n minus 2. That's when you will get a into x to the power n minus 1. You multiply this and this, correct? So then you will get a into x to the power n minus 1 in minus, this will be what? Minus a square into x to the power n minus 2. You have to multiply this with this and this cell, right, individually. That's how you do it, correct? So you get it like this. So put a minus and put a plus. This will get cancelled. So what is minus 8 to the power n? Okay. So can you see that what is common here? What is a square into x to the power n minus 2 minus a to the power n? You get it like this, correct? Now if you see this, you have to multiply this, add it with a square into x to the power n minus 3 and so on. Therefore, you know that when you divide x to the power n by x to the power n minus a to the power n by x minus a, you will get x to the power n minus 1 plus a into x to the power n minus 2 plus a square into x to the power n minus 3, x to the power n minus 3, sorry, x to the power n minus 3 and so on, correct? What is the limit? X tends to a. So x tends to a means you substitute here x bala a to the power n minus 1 plus a into a to the power n minus 2 plus a square into a to the power n minus 3, correct? Which is nothing but a to the power n minus 1 plus a to the power n minus 1 plus a to the power n minus 1. So it will come n times a to the power n minus 1, and that is why an limit of x to the power n minus a to the power n by x minus a, x tends to a itself is n into a to the power n minus 1. Are you clear? So easy. I teach you in a very, very simple way, just a long division. Are you clear? You won't get this clarity when your teachers are teaching in school. Did you get this clarity? Okay. So then very, very simple things they don't, okay. Then let's go to next is sandwich theorem or whatever that is. Okay, that's the next theorem that you have to know. Here it is, sandwich theorem. That's again very important. Okay, sandwich theorem is very important. Sandwich theorem, okay. What is sandwich theorem? Let's do it, okay. You do that, draw a circle. Draw a circle. Mark a radius here, which will be OA. Now, then mark radius here also, such that this is OC. So OA and OC, and make sure you are writing a sector. This is a sector, right? Can you see the sector is there? Okay, let's mark this angle as some small angle x. Correct? Now, I can construct a right triangle like this, so that I can write what is cos x or sin x, correct? So let me call this point as C, let me call this point as D. Now parallel to CD, draw a tangent, such a way that you can extend this line. Are you clear? I'll do it once again for you. First draw a circle. Draw one radius which is OA. Draw another radius which is OC, so that you get a sector OAC. Now you know, mark this angle as x. Draw a normal perpendicular here, so that you name it as D. Parallel to CD, draw another line in such a way that that is at B, and you can extend this line so that it meets at B. So that you get a right triangle here also. You get a right triangle, Cooty triangle and a big triangle. Are you clear? Now what you do is, now you know the area of the Cooty triangle, which is this triangle. What is the area? Half into what is base is OD, into what is height? CD. Half into base into height is the area of this triangle, which will be definitely lesser than the area of the sector itself. Area of the sector is x by 2 pi into pi r square, correct? What is r? OA the whole square. Radius is OA. So x by 2 pi into pi and pi get cancelled. It will be lesser than the area of the bigger triangle. What is the area of the bigger triangle? Half into OA into base into height, which is height is AB. So you get an equation like this. Okay, now you know that what is this? This is the area of the Cooty triangle, which is half into the base. The small triangle is not this whole triangle. What to say? Just join CNA. Let us take triangle OAC. So that half into base will be OA into height will be CD. that will be definitely lesser than the area of the sector, which will be lesser than the equal to area of the big triangle. So then the advantage of doing this is the OA throughout gets cancelled. So what are you left with? You are left with half into half also throughout get cancelled. So what are you left with? A CD is lesser than x into OA is lesser than AB. That's all you have. Now what is CD? Take the Kutti triangle here. If you want to find CD, you can write sin C. You know sin C is equal to CD by hypotenuse, which is radius OA. So CD itself is OA into sin C. OA into sin C is lesser than x into what is OA? OA, let it be OA. What is AB? Can you take the same triangle and do sin x for the bigger triangle? No, let's do tan x. Tan x is nothing but opposite, which is AB, by adjacent, which is radius, which is OA. So therefore AB is OA into tan x. So now OA throughout can again get cancelled. Now you have a sin C is lesser than x is lesser than tan x, correct? Now you divide throughout by sin C, sin x. This is sin x, right? Sin x, right? Yeah, sin x only, no, opposite by adjacent. I wrote it as sin C for some reason. I hope you can understand that. Now I am going to divide throughout by sin x. It will become 1. This will become x by sin x is lesser than tan x by sin x. This is 1, which is x by sin x is lesser than sin x by sin x into cos x, where sin x and sin x get cancelled. Now we are going to reciprocal it. When you go to reciprocal, the symbol will change. 1 will become greater than sin x by x is greater than
1 by cos.
1 by cos x. By cos x, yeah, 1 by cos x, 1 by cos x. So then therefore you can sin x by cos x, sin x by cos x into 1 by sin x, sin x and no, we get a 1 by cos x. Yeah, we got the statement. Can you see? 1 is greater than sin x by x, greater than, okay, I have to reciprocal this also, no? When I am reciprocaling this, I should also reciprocal cos x. Yeah, so I reciprocaled everything. So I got the statement. That is the statement. Cos x is lesser than sin x by x is lesser than 1. So this is known as sandwich theorem. This is the needed proof. This is the proof. Sandwich theorem is what you are trying to prove. And you have to do a circle and do all this and write a sin x. Sorry. You want me to do it once again? One more time. Draw a circle. This is radius OA. This is radius OC. Make sure you join this so that you are going to compare a triangle OAC with a sector OAC. Draw a perpendicular, which is D. Draw a parallel line, which is B. Extends A to B. Just join this line. And can you see that this angle is X? You are going to compare the Kutti triangle OAC with a sector OAC with a bigger triangle OAB. So you know that this is less than this is less than this. So the areas is half into OA into CD. It's lesser than half into theta by 360 into pi r square. So theta is x by 360 is 2 pi into OA square r square. So pi and pi get cancelled. It's lesser than area of the bigger triangle, which is half into base into height, which is AB. So from this, you know, OA throughout gets cancelled. So you left half also throughout gets cancelled. CD is lesser than x into OA is lesser than AB. Now you have to find what is CD and AB. To find CD, you should take this triangle and do sin x is equal to CD by radius is OA. Don't write OC. OC is equal to OA. So you write OA. So that CD is equal to OA into sin x. So substitute here OA into sin x is lesser than x into OA is lesser than what is AB. To find AB, do sin x, no, tan x. Do tan x is equal to AB by OA. So AB is equal to OA into tan x. So that you get a OA tan x again. So OA throughout can get cancelled. So you get a sin x is lesser than x is lesser than tan x. Now you are going to divide throughout by sin x. So 1 is lesser than x by sin x is lesser than 1 by cos x. Now reciprocal. 1 is greater than sin x by x is greater than cos x, and this is the proof. This is not a Stan's theorem. These are the two theorems which will be asking, they will be asking in the exam. Other than that, nothing else will come. So you had left to learn this. I'll stop the video.